Hearing close in the forest you'll find a fabulous banquet, a fairy ball. If you close your eyes and you open your mind, the veil disappears and you'll see it all.
Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese, and for today's video I am so excited because I've been wanting to go and investigate these super haunted train tracks for the longest time, and today we are finally doing it. Now supposedly these train tracks are haunted by a couple of different entities, which we'll get more into when we get there, but also apparently there is a ghost train that goes near the train tracks but doesn't actually drive on the tracks, hence why people know it's a ghost train. So a lot of this stuff tends to start to happen after sunset or around sunset. So we are going to be heading there like 20 minutes before sunset so we can kind of scope out the area in the light and then see if we catch anything as soon as it becomes night. But while we wait for it to get a little bit closer to sunset, I wanted to very quickly touch up my hair, and while I do, I want to share a product with you guys very quickly. So let's go to my bathroom so I can show you guys. So as you guys can see, today I'm kind of rocking these like 3-4 day old curls, but I have my hair up in a ponytail when I was working out today, so there's kind of like these strange little kinks happening and I don't want to wear my hair up. So I'm actually going to be using my Vanity Planet cruelty-free flow ceramic hair straightening brush, which I think is one of the coolest things they've ever sent me. I've had this product sent to me for months now. I haven't made a video on it solely because I wanted to make sure that it was a product that I really did enjoy and it was something that I would use. It has anti-static ceramic bristles with nylon tips for tangle-free straightening. It has heat control from 170 to 370 degrees. But most of all, honestly, what's so cool about it is if I want to rock straight hair and I don't really have the time to fully straighten, you can brush and straighten your hair at the exact same time. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to start kind of brushing over this particular kink because that's really what's bothering me today. There, that definitely looks so much better. So that's kind of how I use it to touch up the little areas of my hair, but one place that I find it really amazing is when I use my full head. I just brush through it and it straightens while it does it. So this is actually super affordable. It's regular $80, but I will have a link in my description. All you have to do is click the link in my description and you will get it for 50% off. So just $40, you can brush and straighten your hair and just have a very sleek look while saving time and brushing and straightening at the exact same time. So without further ado, let's get over to the haunted location because sunset is quickly approaching. Okay, you guys, so we have just arrived to the haunted train tracks. Now, a couple things I want to note about this location is that there is a relatively busy road right here. As you can see, there is traffic flowing, and that will make sense when I kind of get into a couple of these spooky tales to do with this area. But on the opposite side that I'm standing on right now with the train tracks, it's a lot of forest, and I don't know how to really explain it, like a vacated area. There's not a lot of activity going on here. It's quite empty. There's even a parking lot right here. As you can see, Jeepers Creepers is in it, but there's a building here, but there's nobody in the parking lot right now, given how busy this particular street is. Ooh, it's bright, that sun. So I'm gonna start out, I think, by exploring the area kind of surrounding the actual train tracks, which is where majority of the paranormal activity occurs. And then closer to sunset, we'll make our way down to the actual train tracks. As you guys can see, the sun is beginning to set, so we'll have enough time to really explore the surrounding areas and then get into the train tracks. So let's go. Now, one thing that I really want to note is that even though there are a fair amount of cars traveling near us, there is a certain sense of stillness and an uneasy sense of quiet. You can really hear the birds. You can really hear, you know, every movement that I'm making. And so I could imagine just how quiet this space would be late at night, which is where a lot of people have had particular experiences. So it looks like there's some sort of a path up here. Let's look and see. feel like I hear what sounds like a child screaming, but it's a little bit hard to tell. As you guys can see, there's water up there, which makes all the more sense as to why this location is so incredibly haunted. Any spot with water nearby that is haunted, the haunting just goes to an all new level because of the energy surrounding water, the energy surrounding water flow, and the fact that water is a natural portal, so to speak, a lot of the time. So I'm not gonna go any further into here because I don't know where this leads. It's gonna get dark soon. I really don't want to get lost, especially here. But if you guys want, I'll come back here in another video and explore the depths of this particular area. I keep hearing a child's voice, and I can tell you guys there is no child in sight, so that is so strange. All right, let's head towards the train tracks. So this little area here is where I'll get into the first spooky tale that I heard about this space, and that is to do with this, I don't even know what. Now, as you guys can see, there's a little space within it that is enough for a person to hover in. Now, there were a bunch of teenagers that were down here doing things they shouldn't be, and they were drinking and partying and whatever, when a couple of the girls said that they saw a woman who appeared to have blood around her face peering out from in here. And they saw it so many times that they got so scared that they urged the boys to go and look in it. Now, what they claim is that there was no way that somebody in there could have escaped without wrestling and making an obvious, you know, sight for everybody that was talking about it. And when the boys approached around the corner, it was completely empty. But that would not be the first and only time that somebody claims there is someone hiding within here, particularly and more commonly at night. So that's kind of the first eerie space. So now we have made it to the actual train tracks. Now, quite a few people have claimed that from coming around that particular corner, they would see and hear what appeared to be a train. But upon coming around the corner, the train would travel off into this direction, where, as you guys can see, there are no train tracks. So it was essentially a ghost train. Now, that has been reported for years and years and years going back, of people not just down here, but when passing by where all these cars are driving, as you guys can hear and see, as they were passing by, they saw what would be normal, a train, but the train veered and crossed this street in front of them without there being any train tracks to do so. So eerie, so creepy. It's very strange to me, the reports of the woman with the bloodied face. Now, to say bloodied in the dark is a little bit difficult. Keep in mind the kids were also drinking, but there have been people who, even on this side of the road while driving or walking, have seen somebody peer around that little particular shed, and then nobody was there. Now again, you guys, whenever there's no cars driving by, like I said, there's a sense of like eerie, especially in here. It's like freakishly quiet. I can't even begin to explain it. So moving closer into investigating that unknown, there is a little lake leading out to here as well. And for some reason, I felt the eerie feeling that when I peered over here, something was gonna pop out. But nothing did. That's just some freaky exploring by yourself nonsense, I'm thinking. For some reason, I really just feel like there is something like lingering behind me. Obviously that could just be that I know I'm investigating a very haunted space, but just for testing purposes, I'm going to aim it behind me, not look at the viewfinder, not look behind me, and see if we catch anything. So here we go. Is anybody here? There's so many cars so close, you guys. I feel like it's going to be really hard to catch any sort of audio or visual or anything like that. This isn't a very secluded location. I feel like I would have to come here literally at like 3 a.m. to communicate, but I mean you absolutely no harm, and you are in no way obligated to communicate with us. But we've heard so many tales of this particular space and you, and we thought that we would come and explore. It sounds like something walking a little bit. Okay, you guys, the sun is really beginning to set, but the cars are just getting busier, and I feel like this is a space that if you want to properly, you know, catch audio clippings and things on camera, that is a space you'd really have to come to super late at night, and I don't want to do that alone, so it's something that I'll definitely bring people along to do. So I really think I'm going to do a part 2 to this, but I think I'm going to conclude this particular investigation. It's not really an investigation, it's more so visiting a haunted space here. I'm telling you guys, I really do sense something here. It's a strange feeling, it's a strange calmness, strange energy, but I definitely believe that there is something going on here. I just think it's a space that it needs to be much later at night to really get the experience, because there are so many cars right now, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a space that I have to spend a lot of time in the dark, and I don't want to do that alone as a young woman. So I guess that's where I'm going to end this here. I hope that perhaps something showed up or you guys got a certain vibe here. I really feel like towards back here there's just something, and there's something like urging me within me to go deeper into this forest, but the Canon G7X is a pro at lifting the lighting situation. It is much darker than it appears right now, and I don't feel like that's the safest thing to do, but I don't know. What do you guys think of this space? What do you think of the stories I've told? What do you think of seeing it after hearing the stories? Please drop some comments down below and let me know, and I will definitely be doing a part 2 at dark if that's something you guys want. So drop a comment down below if you want me to do a part 2 at dark, probably with Mom and Grams. That'd be fun. So that is it for today's video. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you. That is so weird. I just heard like a big boom, but there was like no fireworks, nothing. Oh my goodness. Okay, bye guys.